So Silas,
Yep.
you are reading, or you have read, On the Banks of Plum Creek by Laura
Yep.
Ingalls Wilder.
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
And you are crazy about the Lightning Thief series, which you've
Yep.
read, like some of the books you've read 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lightning Thief, Little House on the Prairie, really different kinds of books.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, with these, I like history. I like the pioneering kind of adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Percy Jacksons, I love his humor. I love the humor of the books.
Mm-hmm. So there's that exploring thing in
Yeah.
Laura Ingalls Wilder and the humor in Percy.
Yeah.
So they're pretty different. Is there anything that kind of connects them that's the same?
Well, both of them kind of disobey somebody. I mean, in Laura Ingalls, she's always getting in trouble. For instance, in this one, she goes down to the water hole, which she isn't supposed to, and she is really stupid and hangs off the bridge in Whitewater. And in Percy Jackson, he does something that nobody really wants him to do, but he knows it. He kind of wants to do that. He knows it's kind of the right thing. In Laura Ingalls, it's kind of a learning curve.
They're disobeying for different reasons, but they're both disobeying.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds like you're identifying a place or a type of thing that happens in both books where you stop and think about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like you stop and notice. They're disobeying, better pay attention. Right?
I mean, kind of what I do with books is the first time I will zoom through it like as to get it to read it as quick as I can because I want to know the story and see what happens. The next time I read it, or eventually if it's long enough, I'll slow down.
So first of all, you're a rereader. Which is interesting. But there's one thing you said that really intrigues me. That you said that sometimes, like the first time through, you read it fast.
Yeah.
But there are parts where you slow down. So it sounds like you are conscious of the fact that sometimes you're reading fast, sometimes you're reading slow.
If they start to get in trouble or do something, in my opinion, which is extremely stupid, I'll stop, close the book,
think about it.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, okay. You'll have some reaction.
Yeah.
So tell me if I'm wrong, but it sort of sounds like the parts where you slow down are the parts where you're thinking, this is important for me to stop and think about.
Yeah, these are the really intense parts.
So what about the parts where you're speeding up? What are those parts?
When it's like high action, like if they're in a fight, or maybe just like regular, in the Laura Ingalls books, it's kind of like when it's a normal day. Kind of like as they go through the seasons and what happens in each season and that kind of like thing.
So would you agree that to read harder and harder books, it's important to know when to slow down and when to speed up?
I guess, yeah, because you don't want to take a month or a year to read a single book.
Yeah.
But you don't want to skip everything. So when somebody asks you at the end, so how was the book? What was it like?
If you read everything at equal speed, first of all, you'll take forever to read the book.
Yeah.
Second of all, as you said, it's more important to slow down at certain parts. I'm thinking that a really interesting reading project to do that would give you practice kind of noticing slow down and speed up parts and help you read harder and harder books. What would you think about going through this book, On the Banks of Plum Creek, and identifying some parts where you slowed down and what types of parts those were, and some parts where you read really quickly and what types of parts those were?
Yeah, I could do it.
Okay. Let's make a goal for ourselves. About how many slow down parts would you look for in this book?
10 at max, 5 at minimum. Because I can already think of some slow down parts where she's being crazy.
So let's do
we'll
start the middle. How about 7?
All right.
7 slow down parts, and then I guess 7 speed up parts, right?
Yeah.
So to do this whole thing where you're looking back, finding these parts and writing about them,
2
today's
days.
Monday.
So I could do it by Wednesday.
Take Thursday, just in case. Okay?
Yeah.
Makes sense? Doing this work is going to help you practice identifying those types of parts, which, as I said, is going to help you with other books besides Little House on the Prairie, maybe even Lightning Thief.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice work.
Yeah.